She comes across like diamonds, diamonds, easy in love when the lights are low. She comes into focus, focus, the closer she gets, the more I know. She takes more whiskey than my wine,
All right, I've had two whiskeys so far tonight. I went back to the Glengoyne 18 and tried it after more than 6 months of it being open. And then I did the Glendalough 8-year-old, the Heelan, which I found surprisingly good. And I am learning as I go along that I kind of like younger whiskeys compared to older ones, which is kind of good for the pocketbook. I have one here that is not too young, not too old, but it has a special finish. It's got some dust on it because it's been under my bar and on top of my bar for some time. I acquired this on the 3rd of May. January, February, March, April, May. Yeah, that's about right. Of 2019. Now, I had tasted this in Scotland when I was on my trip back at the end of March, beginning of April. But in May, it turned up on the shelves near here. And in a couple of whiskey clubs, I tried it, and I liked it, but it's not the same as being at home and being in a familiar setting to taste the whiskey and really get into it. This is the Glendalough 13 Irish whiskey Mizunara oak. Well, I think it says here that it's 13 years in American oak bourbon barrels, finished in Japanese Mizunara oak puncheons. Okay, that's more than I knew before because I had never read the box before. And here it is, the Glendalough 13 Mizunara Irish whiskey. I'm going to open this up and then I'm going to read if there's anything to be said on the box. And of course, the little tab broke. So now I'm going to try and open this in such a way that the little tab broke. Hate when that happens. Okay, I can cut this seal right around here. I think I've got it all. I can just pull this. Okay, I pulled the plastic off the cork and got it all over the. Oh, come on. Oh, righteous poppage. Here we go with the Glendalough 13, finished in Mizunara oak. And like I said, I have tried this when I was in the UK, and then when I got back home, it became available right here. I didn't have to travel so far to taste it, but I did anyway. So I had it there when I could get it, and then it became available here. Did I say that already? Yeah. Okay. All right. What does it say on here? Mizunara finish, single malt. Oh, it's a single malt too. Irish whiskey. 13 years in American oak. Finished in Japanese Mizunara oak puncheon barrels. And this is the same thing on this side. Has some Japanese writing that I can't make out. Government warning. Sole U.S. agent Mark Anthony Crafted Spirits, Chicago, Illinois. Aged for 13 years in bourbon barrels. Okay, 46% alcohol by volume. This is good. Glendalough Distillery, Wicklow, Ireland. Product of Ireland. Enjoy responsibly. What else does it say on here? Not a hell of a lot. Does it say anything else on the bottle? Oh, there's some fine printing on here. St. Kevin, the man on our bottle, stood apart. This whiskey does the same. 13 years in a bourbon barrel, imports luxurious notes of honeycomb. Yeah, okay. Say no more. It's tasting notes and nosing notes and all that stuff, and I like to do my own, even though I might not get everything that they publicize in their notes. I do it on the spot. I do it spontaneously. I try it right away. I don't take notes. I don't put stuff down and then parrot it back. I do it on the spot. Oh, that smells good already. There's a freshness to this. And the Mizunara is not used. I think it's virgin Mizunara oak. It is unique. It is delicious. It smells wonderful. It's totally different oak from what I know. And of course, I tasted it when I was in the UK and different bars, and it's not the same as being at home in your own quiet environment, tasting it for yourself. Yeah, the drops form and they come down. Maybe it's not all that viscous. It smells great though. I'm getting some of that malted and unmalted barley. It's typical Irish whiskey. Now wait a minute, it's a single malt. There's no unmalted. Maybe that same characteristic is coming from the Mizunara. This is a single malt. Yeah, it even says single malt on it. So it's not, there's no unmalted barley in here. But the Mizunara is unique. It's sweet smelling wood. It smells kind of sappy and sweet. Do I get anything else on the nose? The wood tends to dominate the nose. It really, really dominates. I don't get anything but the wood on the nose. And I think that was the idea. Okay. And cleanse my palate one more time. All right. Yeah, I was so looking forward to trying this. And like I said, I tried it in the UK, but then after I tried it in the UK, I had abandoned hope of ever getting a bottle, but then it showed up on the shelves like a month after I got back home. Last year, that is. There is a burst of woody flavor. And the wood is like it's still wet and full of sap. It is a unique thing. I really can't describe it. And I can't really equate it to anything else in my experience. I get the wood on the nose. Different wood. Sappy wood. Wet, sappy wood. A little bit of honeysuckle, but no, I wouldn't say it's exactly like honeysuckle. There's a the scent of the wood is overpowering. Out of curiosity, what do they say with tasting? Okay. Luxurious notes of honeycomb, dried apricots, citrus, and spices. While the rare Japanese Mizunara oak finish adds smooth layers of creamy vanilla, fresh fruit, and touches of pear and coconut. Really? Okay. Pear and coconut. And what was the other thing it said? Honeycomb and dried apricots. Oh, that's what that is. Okay, I can sort of see the dried apricots. I can sort of get the honeycomb. Coconut, vanilla, and spices, yeah. Yeah. Coconut, vanilla, and spices. It's just so different from any other whiskey that I've had. That it's so far out of my experience. But I imagine that as it opens up a little bit, it mellows down a little bit, there's still that spicy woody note that keeps on asserting itself. Truly is different. It's very nice. Yeah. Yeah. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. I'll have to get me a bottle of the regular Glendalough 13. Oh, before I forget, what did I pay? Oh, this ain't cheap. $149.99 Canadian. So that means $14.60 in liquor tax and $7.30 in goods and services tax. So 7 and 14, that's $22 on top of the bill just in taxes. So 146. It's almost $170 out of pocket for this bottle of Glendalough, 13-year-old Mizunara finish. Not cheap, but I just had to have it. I'm going to enjoy this bottle as the level goes down. How could I not? Ah. Slunchava.
Foodquig.
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 Yeah.